Hello, my name is Luis Ortiz, and today I will be talking to you about the visual elements of art for this piece right here. This is by Earl Stanley, born in 1938, and the title is Parade, or Desfile, made in 1981. And this is made on acrylic on canvas. Okay, so here there are many implied and actual lines, primarily horizontals. The actual lines from the buildings and the implied lines of the people moving to the right. This piece does not have actual texture or cross-hatching, but it does include shading coming from the people and from the buildings. This piece also has implied movement coming from the people. The angles are very slight, so that means they are moving very slowly. In terms of shape, there are a lot of organic shapes coming from closer to the foreground, with the people in the parade, and in the background with the mountains and the sky in the middle ground. There are more geometric shapes coming from the buildings, as you can see. Geometric and organic. This does not include mass because it is a painting, but we do have gradations of value coming from the moon and the sky. As we can see the light value to the dark value. It feels like a mild temperature because of the cool blues in the sky to the warmer lights of the city. Warmer lights. There are a variety of primary and secondary colors in this painting. Primary colors exist in the reds of the dress, the blue of the building and the walls, and the secondary colors like the violet in the building to the left and the green to the right. There is no actual texture and not so much implied texture either. Just slight variety of textures or implied textures coming from the costumes themselves. People, kind of like the fur. Okay. For space, we have a diminishing size and overlapping in the people from the foreground all the way to the buildings in the middle ground. So overlapping that. In the background, we also see an atmospheric perspective applied to the mountains in the sky. Atmospheric perspective. For principles of design, we can see unity in this piece by all the people and similar shapes repeating like the sombreros in the foreground. But there is also variety in the people because there are different costumes amongst the crowd. Person, like different like costumes. Asymmetrical balance can be seen implied by the cooler top half and the warmer bottom half of the painting. As we can see, it's divided. The top half cool, bottom half warm. The focal point in this painting is the moon, but in this case, the light from the moon is making a directional force as the spotlight for the group of people. Here's your focal point right here, and your directional force is the light coming from this way, and the people moving to the right side. For style, it can definitely be considered on the naturalistic side, although not too far from abstract.